Pat, there's so many different things we could talk about and try to fit in. I've already kept you for so long, and I sure appreciate it. I'm a total nerd on the inside too, and there's a film I could not help but ask you about.
Hmm.
Some of my listeners may not even know this unless you are a nerd like me. That you have a part in Journey to the Center of the Earth, the
Oh yeah.
1959 classic film, and it is got to be a story that you reflect. I mean, again, it's one of these avenues on the Pat Boone resume where if you don't know, you look at it and go, what? Was he really in that? What a great story, right?
Yes, and of course they did a ill-advised computer graphic kind of follow-up to it, which was it was so
Yeah.
unbelievable that it didn't do very well. But our version, the one I was in, the Jules Verne epic story uh, with James Mason and Arlene Dahl and my first screen kiss was with
Oh.
Diane Baker and some singing because I tried to turn down the part. I was making some light musicals at that point, thinking I was a young Bing Crosby, and um, and so they said we want you to do this fiction film at 20th, and I said, I want to do musicals. I and they wanted me to play a young Scottish boy, a young Scottish lad from Edinburgh. I had to learn a Scottish accent for it, and that's not easy.
Uh-huh.
And I got with the guy, a guy named Albert. What's his last name? I let his last name go, but he taught Julie Andrews her Cockney accent, not accident. But I had to learn to speak with a Scottish accent and roll my R's, and to be a young Scottish lad. Well, that was quite an assignment, and I was balking. But I said, I want to do musicals. They said, we'll put some music in it. You'll sing in this
That's
film.
awesome.
But it's still science fiction, I said. But I finally relented. And listen, the last inducement to get me to do it, and I didn't expect anything to come of it. I just succumbed to the pressure, to my management, to the agents, to the producers. And I said, okay, I'll play Alexander McEwen with James Mason and all the others and do this science fiction film. And you promise I get to sing 2 or 3 songs, which I did. But they also promised me a percentage of the profits of the film.
Oh
Well,
my.
I already knew that the way they kept books, that there probably would never be any profits to distribute, no matter how well the film did. And but there were, I mean, because nobody at that time envisioned video cassettes or TV sales or reissues of the film, things like this. And the
Sure,
film
sure.
has become a classic. So
Absolutely.
I still get checks every year on the proceeds, and on a graduated scale. The bigger the film did and the more profits there were, the larger my percentage would get. So I got talked into doing something that became the most successful film that I've ever been part of in terms of box office. And I think it was just God honoring my efforts to try to just do stuff I thought was right for me and turn down roles with Marilyn Monroe and other people that were immoral stories
Sure.
and risking, being just booted right out of the movie business and out of entertainment. But following my conscience actually as it turned out, as I look back, paid off.
What a great story. What it just really is. And as you say, pointing to God's blessing there at the end of it all.
Hmm.
That's just great stuff. Well, Pat, I'll let you get back to Shirley. I'll let you get back to just all the great things that you're doing and accomplishing. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk again, maybe after that Israel trip, because I tell you what, that's just another remarkable thing that's going on for you right now. And I
Well,
can't
listen,
thank you
just
enough.
go to. Excuse me for interrupting, but I just want to say go to PatBooneIsraelTour.com, folks listening, and that goes for you as well, because it's going to be historic. There will never be another 70th anniversary of the
That's true.
modern state, and with a reception with the Prime Minister himself and a video special that'll be seen on international television from the Roman amphitheater. So it's going to be a big deal. And thanks for letting me mention that.